Welcome back to Seagulls Mazda 323 for another installment update episode, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm just going to round off the year 2025 with things that I managed to get done in the later stage of this year, and also just covering a few topics of things that I'd like to get done in the early stages of 2026. At this stage, this little boy here, he cannot drive anywhere because we're still waiting on a front windscreen glass to arrive from Windscreen O'Brien's here in Hobart. They've been very helpful. There's just a little bit of a wait time for that glass because the car is quite old and it's also considered quite rare. So fun fact there. So if you own one of these, hold on to it. They're increasing in value. Probably not from what I've been doing to them, and certainly what I have planned for the spare green car that I have, which what I was also told, don't take the glass out of that car, you will break it. That came from Windscreen O'Brien's guy that I spoke to, who happens to drive a Mazda 323 BG Series 1. So that's pretty cool. That's actually something I'd like to talk about. Well, not myself, but someone else. Hit me up on Instagram. Send me a short video of your Mazda 323. It could be a BD, a BJ, a BG, a wagon, a hatch, a sedan. I don't even care, mate. They're all arousing to me. And if you don't own a 323, you're a fucking shit cunt. Talking about side tangents, yep, that Mazda 323, the green one I have, yes, indeedy. If you know, you know. Like I know and Uncle Seagull knows. That Mazda brought out a Mazda Rustler BG. From what I understand was a carbureted front-wheel drive mini truck with a 1.3 litre engine. So that wasn't released in Australia. It was released in South Africa and America, I believe. So I'm going to make one out of my spare 323 sedan, except it's going to have a fully blown 1.6 litre engine in it, not a 1.3. So it'll have the big block version of a Mazda Rustler here in Australia. I'm going to attempt to make one. I don't know how well that will go, but that's something to look forward to in the early stages of 2026, a Mazda mini truck. So that's a side tangent discussed. Another side tangent to discuss for early stages of 2026 is the Yamaha 1974 vintage trails bike. I blew it up. I won't discuss how. It's a very hilarious story, but the engine went right after me building a full course to ride it on private track here on my own property. So a little bit disappointed, but it has bought content. I have to now rebuild a motorcycle engine. Right? I'm going to have to learn how to do that, so stay tuned if you like that sort of stuff. And the other thing to talk about in 2026 is upgrades to the recently purchased Mazda 3 BP sedan that I have. Badass car, nice daily car. I want to do an official introduction video to that because I've done some subtle modifications to it, or genuine aftermarket parts, but also I have a Street Series DGR suspension coilover pack to put in there. That's thanks to Mods Direct Australia, so thank you for helping me with that. The DGR suspension Taiwan and Japan teams on Instagram, check them out, like them. It's a very good product, highly recommend. So I've been using DGR suspension now for a few years, and yeah, I don't treat it easy. I give it the beans, and that seems to hold up. So I rate it highly. That's just my opinion anyway. Opinions are just like assholes, everyone has one. Anyway, so this car is going to get some more work done in the early stages of 2026. Waiting for front windscreen. Everything's done there, so it no longer has a very small leak, which I discovered after being caught in the rain one afternoon and parking it up here in the shed. Watching some water run down the inside of the window was not exciting, so I tried to delicately remove the glass. That failed, and Now I'm waiting for the replacement here for this car. But that will be a video in itself because I've purchased the glass, but I intend to install myself with the tips that I've been given from Windscreen O'Brien's here in Hobart. So stay tuned for all the weirdness. It's been fun this year, but there's heaps more fun to go next year. I'm trying hard to get to 323 subscriptions, and then we'll take it from there. But basically, that would be awesome if I did. So help a brother out. Like and subscribe.